Most birds learn to fly on their own through a messy, awkward process of trial and error. Around 2 weeks after hatching, many young birds take the leap, literally by leaving the nest. They may fall, flail, or fail. But with each attempt, their wings get stronger, their instincts sharpen, and soon enough, they soar. But not all birds follow the same timeline. In fact, size plays a significant role in how quickly a bird becomes flight-ready. Smaller birds, with lighter frames and less demanding strength or loft requirements, can often take their first successful flights within just a few short weeks. Larger birds? They take much longer. Their wings must grow stronger. Their bodies must build power. The wandering albatross, for example, won't leave land on its first flight until after 9 months, over 280 days of silent preparation. The bald eagle takes anywhere from 4 to 12 weeks to take flight. The lesson here is simple, but essential. Growth is not linear, and readiness is not one size fits all. In a culture that glamorizes overnight success and rushes people to reach visible milestones, it's easy to forget this. But nature reminds us, timing is tied to purpose. The larger the wingspan, the longer the runway. The same truth applies to human development. Whether you're discovering your passion, healing from hardship, or building a new skill, your timeline is yours alone. Some will rise quickly, others will take more time to take flight, but neither path is better. They're just different. Consider the tallest tree in the world, the coast redwood, Hyperion, which towers at about 380 feet. In contrast, the dwarf willow, the shortest tree, grows only 1 to 6 centimeters tall. Both are trees. Both serve a purpose. Both take root in the same earth, but their growth patterns couldn't be more different. And here's the key. The taller the tree, the deeper the roots. Depth takes time. Strength takes time. Impact takes time. So if you feel behind, unsure, or stuck in the not yet, remember this. You might not be delayed. You might just be in development. You could be in a quiet, unseen season where strength is building beneath the surface. Just as the largest birds need longer to prepare for flight, you may be preparing for something that requires more power, more resilience, or a higher altitude than you imagined. In psychotherapy, this is often described as a gestational phase, a necessary stretch of time where internal work is happening. Growth isn't always loud or visible. Sometimes, it's in the slow rebuilding of self-trust, the rewiring of old narratives, or the quiet choosing of healthier patterns. You might feel like nothing's happening, but inside, there is transformation. Take a moment to reflect. What parts of you are asking for patience, not pressure? Where might you be growing roots, even if you don't yet see branches? What limiting beliefs have made you think you're behind? And whose timeline are you really following? This kind of inner inquiry takes courage, and it helps to have tools to guide the process. That's why I've created a free downloadable workbook designed to help you move through emotional stagnation, reconnect with your personal rhythm, and reclaim a sense of empowerment. Inside, you'll find guided journal prompts to release shame and comparison, a self-compassion check-in to reframe your growth season, mind-body grounding exercises to reconnect with your inner strength, action steps for aligning with your own pace and purpose. Download your free Panacea Therapeutic Workbook. Look for the link provided in the description. When we commit to our inner work, the results ripple through every area of life, from emotional healing to career breakthroughs and deeper self-worth. Clients often describe their experience with liberated living as eye-opening, life-changing, feeling whole versus broken, and unlike anything they've encountered before. By addressing the core of childhood and genetic programming, our Panacea system empowers individuals to break free from old and stagnant cycles, step into alignment, and create a life they're proud to live. But don't just take it from us. Hear what our clients are saying. I wasn't new to therapy when I found Liberated Living's holistic services. I had done talk therapy. I had read self-help books. But I was still silently suffering. PTSD had its grip on me, and so did the mental health challenges that came with it, like anxiety, depression, and a mind full of cognitive distortions that kept me stuck in old, painful patterns from childhood trauma. But something shifted when I started working with liberated living. The tools, the framework, the inner work, it was different from anything I had ever experienced. I finally started to understand not just what was happening in my mind and body, but why. I stopped blaming myself and started breaking free from the old programming that had been running my life. It didn't just shift my mindset. It transformed my whole life. I feel like a brand new person. I'm showing up in ways I never thought I could before. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, I feel stronger, lighter, and more aligned than ever. My confidence has grown, my relationships are healthier, and I'm achieving goals that once felt totally out of reach. I achieved the unimaginable within my education, career, and finally, life partner. It's not magic, it's deep, honest, inner work. But the support and the tools I received through liberated living made all the difference. I've recommended this work to so many people because I know what it can do. It's not a band-aid, it's a blueprint for true and deeper transformation. So if you're out there feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or like nothing is really working, don't give up. Healing is possible. A new way of living is possible. My life is living proof. With the Panacea system, I healed deep childhood trauma, doubled my income, aligned with my ideal career, restored my mental health, and gained a new level of confidence. I now feel empowered to become a healthy parent, free from passing down generational trauma. Liberated living has had the greatest impact on my life. It gave me the tools to heal tremendous inner turmoil to overcome what I never thought possible, yet finally step into the potential I always knew I had. Remember, you're not late, you're becoming. The path to empowerment doesn't always look like forward motion. Sometimes, it's the stillness that mends your wings, or readies you for the leap. And when your wings are ready, you won't just fly, you'll soar. When you compare your timeline to others, especially in today's fast-paced, performance-driven culture, it can trigger feelings of shame or inadequacy. But those feelings are not facts. In fact, developmental psychology reminds us that each person grows in stages, influenced by personality, environment, trauma, opportunity, and intention. No two people carry the same story, so why should they have the same pace? Instead of measuring your worth by how quickly you achieve, consider these reflective questions. What am I learning in this phase that I couldn't have learned in motion? What strengths am I cultivating in the waiting? Am I judging myself by someone else's timeline, rather than honoring my own journey? Giving yourself permission to grow at your own pace is not laziness, it's self-leadership. It's emotional maturity. It's recognizing that sustainable change, like flight, requires muscle, timing, and readiness. You're not behind. You're becoming. And that process, if honored rather than rushed, will take you exactly where you're meant to go, stronger, wiser, and more whole. So breathe. Settle into your season. When your wings are ready, you'll know. And when you do take flight, it will be worth every moment it took to get there. Because whether it's a sparrow, an eagle, or an albatross, eventually, they all fly. If you're ready to work through deeper core issues, whether it's healing trauma, restoring your marriage, or transforming your holistic health, you're invited to download our free holistic psychotherapy workbook. Get started with practical tools for emotional healing and self-discovery. Look for the link in the description. Access free training videos or discover our turnkey practitioner business in a box, ideal for holistic professionals looking to grow or launch a purpose-driven practice. Visit holisticschool.online/programs. Explore the Panacea system. Our signature, step-by-step method helps you reprogram subconscious beliefs and epigenetic patterns, key drivers behind up to 80% of mental obstacles and physical health issues. Since the body reflects our inner programming, true healing begins within. The Panacea system empowers you to overcome fear and resistance, identify and heal inherited and generational imprints, address root causes, not just symptoms, reclaim vitality and freedom from within. To learn more, visit us at www.holisticschool.online. Your healing journey starts here. We're here to walk alongside you every step of the way. Thank you for your support. By liking and sharing our videos, you help spread healing messages worldwide. We appreciate you watching and being part of this holistic journey.